I'm actually just waiting right now because I'm cooking some Ayurvedic food right now. I've been trying to incorporate more of that food in my diet. If you can't understand what I just said, I'm gonna put it right here. Ayurvedic cooking. So here's the dish. This dish is called khichdi. I'll spell it here so you can see it. Basically like a detox bowl. What it's made of is basmati rice. That rice is the easiest rice to digest. I use lentils, but you can use a variety of different beans, and it's best to soak them. So I use lentils and basmati rice, which I soaked, and then for the base in the pan you use coconut oil or olive oil. I actually used a combination of both, and I added some turmeric powder, garlic powder, some cayenne, some Himalayan pink salt, and some black pepper. And then you mix it all up and the oil melts, and then you pour the soaked rice and lentils in there, and then you just mix it up. Make sure to coat all of them, so like I think it's most delicious when they absorb all of that delicious like oily spicy sauce. One thing in Ayurvedic cooking that a lot of dishes use is ghee, which is a kind of butter, but since I'm a vegan I do not eat butter, so I use like oils instead. And a lot of the recipes say you can substitute, you don't need to use ghee, you can use coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil is probably fine too, although it's expensive so I never buy it. And chopped vegetables. There are certain vegetables that you can use, and some of them they recommend you don't. I would just look at the recipe and follow. I normally like to add carrots and celery to cook it in there with, and then you cook it all together for like 35 minutes or so, and then when you're done cooking it you get to top it with fresh veggies. Put avocado, cucumber, and tomato because that's what I had. Yeah, this looks so good, so I'm gonna enjoy this now. I also put a little bit of Himalayan pink salt on top because why not? This is a very delicious, very cleansing dish. I also put moringa powder in the oil and spice mixture that I made, but the recipe didn't call for that. That's just what I added. I'm gonna enjoy this delicious meal now. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Peace. Hey, good evening. So today I filmed more of my process. You got to see me do some stuff. It's been a little bit tamer because I haven't really wanted to like be super like loud or crazy, or I don't know. I made a list to help me sort of prioritize and organize my thoughts and also my painting. Sometimes when I go to paint I just kind of pick an area that needs to be worked on and I just sort of go. I'll go over places I've done before, just to touch up. I made myself a list. I'm down to like the last few things here, getting close to the detail work. And with this painting I started with a lot of detail, and I think for my next painting I'm gonna do the opposite of that. And it's become really apparent to me that I need to work from the base out, if that makes sense. Oh hey! Oh, my little friend is here. My little friend Sadie is here. Might seem really obvious to a lot of people, but since I am self-taught, I just sort of like would do my own process, but there are definitely some foundational and structural things when it comes to making art that are there for a reason, and I understand like it does make the process a lot easier. So even though we are really creative here on this channel, it's good to learn and evolve the process to make it more efficient. What are you eating? I have no idea what she's eating. So yeah, I think for my next painting I'm definitely going to do like the background. Same with my people. I like to draw people, but I like to do them in such a way where I kind of start with the head and go down, but a lot of times my characters tend to be disproportionate, which I think kind of adds to my unique style. I think it would give me a lot more kind of control and freedom over where exactly I want them to be disproportionate and where I want them to not be if I build from the skeleton out. I actually took a live drawing class with my friend Lee. Bye! Yeah, really useful. I definitely didn't really do that with this painting here. I'm just learning. You're following me as I'm learning this. Any constructive feedback or comments like from any other fellow artists out there is always welcome. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to do more work on the lotus flower. the yin yang. It's actually not going to be black and white. That's sort of like the skeleton. So I did that right. I'm going to touch up the sun because the sun looks awesome, except when, like, especially up close, it looks amazing. But when you step back, that's where I start noticing clumps of color. I was gonna darken the moon part of the painting, the sky. I was gonna add some stars. I love painting stars, like I really do. Actually, a couple other pieces where I have done like portraits of people in the universe. I definitely think those are going to be a signature style of mine. I usually only really do paintings like portraits of people in the universe that I deeply love. I deeply love everybody. The universe ones are like I really feel, you know what I mean? I feel so deeply for them that I can't even just do their physical form. I have to just convey them as the universe, as I see them. So I've actually only done 2 of those so far, but I hope to do more. Back to it. As I mentioned in the video, you probably saw me pointing to the little white dots I have around. That is my marker for, I think it's a mandala. I think that's what it's called. I'm going to go in and just kind of touch up and soften like the skin, especially the hand area. I'm gonna add much more blue and red hair as well. That's my plan. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling here, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night. I will check in later.